Hello YouTube, welcome to my review of the Raidmax Atomic PC case review. So, let's get into it. Looking at the packaging, this is what it comes in. We have the case on the front, more pictures of it on the side, and then on the side we have another picture with a little bit of information. And then on the back, it tells us some pictures and information. Included with the Raidmax Atomic, you get a case speaker, a bag of screws, and some instructions. In the inside of the case, where nothing is in it, we have our bundle of cables, which includes the ports for power switches, reset switches, hard drive indicators, and the audio. USB 3, USB 2, just about all that stuff. When removing the other plastic panel on the case, we can see we have a little indent for the parts inside of the case, and we have a tiny bit of room in case you wanted to stuff, per se, a USB 2 or the audio connector in the back, in case you're just not using it. Taking a quick look with the side door off, as I have set up, I have the fan in the back. I have my mini ITX motherboard. The cords are shoved up here that I'm not using. I have a PCI Ethernet card, and yeah, that's pretty much for that. Looking at what the case has, it has a nice Raidmax branding right here. We have our power button, USB 3, USB 2, audio in and audio out. And on this side we have another plastic side panel. On the back we do have the power, which you can route to the bottom of the power supply, so the power is just more easily accessible. Right now we have the case powered on, and you can see we have the LED fan going. So the camera doesn't really give a good representation on how it really looks, but it is pretty blue colored. On the back of the case we have a 120mm fan. We have our place for our motherboard. We have two PCI slots, which are removable by clicking that tab, and then we have our two screws, and we have our power out. The power goes to the bottom by having the wire come out here and connecting to your power supply on the bottom. And it is flat, not sticking out one bit, so there's no interference there. And on the top you have a holder for a 3.5-inch drive, and if you want, the holder could be removed. The material used in the case is pretty high quality. You have your brushed aluminum here, you have your plastic on here, and on the back you also have the aluminum on the side. There's another panel. The only thing I can say is just make sure not to use your fingerprints and have this thing lying on the ground, basically, because of how easy this can scratch. Now, to give you a right idea, you might be able to see some of that on there. Now, I did wipe it off beforehand with the microfiber cloth, and there are some scratches on here and some fingerprints that I couldn't get off. That is one thing to consider with this case, but if you're just going to have it lying on the table or underneath the desk or something, it should be fine in terms of that. And as for the material, the brushed aluminum, I have scratched it a few times with a screwdriver, and there are two scratches on it. On the bottom there are two scratches, but it was a pretty bad scratch, so unless you're going to be heavily rubbing a screwdriver against it, you should have no issues. When the LED fan is on, you have a good look through the side panel. You can easily see what's inside of it, and it still has a nice tint to it. Right now this case is going for $54.99 on Newegg with free shipping. Also a mail-in rebate available. Originally retailing for $70. But if you're in Canada, it is a little more steeper, going for $85 regularly, $79 on sale, and $15 shipping. And there's a $15 rebate available. So for my thoughts, I think this case is a pretty good case. If you're willing to spend that much money on it, it's a pretty awesome case. You have quite a bit of room. I don't see you needing more from a mini ITX computer. It's very small and it has good quality. So that's all for this video. I'd like to say a big thanks to Raidmax for sending these out to review. Any questions, comments, or concerns, be sure to leave them in the comments and I'll try my best to answer them. That's all for now. Have a great day and see you later.